At that time, it became pretty evident that my gift mix did not lend itself toward administration or even staff leadership at that time. We were growing rapidly, not only as a congregation, but numerically as a staff. The sheer pressure that was upon me to have to work outside my gift mix, and under pressure one often makes poor decisions, and I recognized I was not doing well trying to juggle all those balls. And so I talked with several other senior pastors, including a man named Larry DeWitt out in Southern California, who had been a mentor for me as a young Christian. And he said, the best thing you can do is to find a solid administrative pastor. And that was kind of a new concept back then. He said, that probably saved my ministry when I hired that position. And I knew enough about where we were headed that I could probably echo that to this day. This guy here probably saved my ministry.
When I was in college, I got involved in Air Force ROTC, and after college I went into pilot training with a 4-year commitment to the Air Force. Toward the end of my time in the Air Force, I actually accepted Christ as my personal Savior, and I decided to get out of the Air Force and go to seminary just because I'd never studied the Bible, and I really wanted to know more information about Christ and how to live for Him and be like Him. And so I got out of the Air Force and went to seminary, Asbury Seminary. During that time I was introduced to the missionary church because the president of the missionary church at that time was on the board of Asbury Seminary. I met them and made the decision to go into missions and applied with the missionary church and ended up becoming a missionary in Sierra Leone, West Africa. The time in Sierra Leone was wonderful. None of us really wanted to leave, but we felt like it was the best thing to do. And the boys still wished they would not have left. And then I was at First Missionary Church for 7 years, and then went up to Brennan Memorial Missionary Church in Goshen for 2 years, and that's when I got the call from Fellowship. I was excited to come here. I had followed Fellowship Missionary Church since its inception, and I knew the cutting-edge ministry that it was doing, and I was very excited to be here.
Wayne had that remarkable capacity to be able to work with the staff in such wonderful ways and do the people person thing out of his character. But whether it was building projects or finances or insurance, all those details, to see those done so well is a rare combination. And I can honestly say that after all these years, this is what's going to make it so challenging, is I could trust him so much. I so could trust him to love this place and this people and this staff as much, if not more, than I do. We've partnered together on multiple times of challenge. Personal times where we were down and he was always there for me. Challenges that we may have relationally, challenges we would have with our families. I always would know that his door would be open to me, but beyond that his heart would be open to me. And that I could tell him anything. And the question we asked for over nearly 20 years was, how are we doing? How are we doing? And typically that was not only how are we doing, but how are we doing vertically. And he often would say, he said, if we can't look each other in the eye, if we can't look each other in the eye and say, we're doing great, then there's no sense going to other business. He gave me that gift for over 20 years.
When you asked Dave about, did we ever share any crises together, in this crisis of my separation/divorce, he was a rock. There was no hint of judgment. There was such a trust relationship to us that he immediately understood and felt what I felt, and kind of held my hand and said, we'll get through this. Yeah, I've enjoyed everything at Fellowship. I love to see the church running well, where people are serving in their giftings, where people are accepting the Lord and growing in their spirituality. The thing that satisfies me the most is on a Sunday morning to stand over in the corner of the activity center and just watch it all happen. Because I've been here all week watching the preparation for that. But on Sunday morning, it's all the people in one place. And so if you stand, I find myself standing over the corner and just watching it all happen. And that's the biggest satisfaction I have. Ask me, what do you think the future is going to be? I say, I'm thrilled with what I believe the future is going to be. Carol and I just had our 3rd wedding anniversary, and we've been together 3 years. And she's been God's gift to me. And I look forward to spending the rest of my life with her and developing hobbies and getting some work done around the house. I see nothing but good things ahead.